Video games have taken over the world. There are so many different kinds that we love to play that teach us in ways that we never knew. Video games can even help students and parents learn in a whole new way, even in the classroom. Video games can be very beneficial because they teach players to strategize, how to read and write, how to socialize regardless of different backgrounds. The first thing that I have to share is that many children suffer from ADHD. So it's very hard for them to pay attention in class because their mind is always going. They have invented a video game for the classroom to help children with ADHD learn better. It's something that requires for it to be repetitive. So it goes over and over and over again, so eventually it sticks in their brain after they do it for so many times. So it helps them to learn. It also helps the teachers out because it takes so much time away from the teachers whenever they're having to give that extra classwork time to those children that suffer with ADHD, and it takes away some of the class time for the children that actually need a little bit of help but don't get all the help that they need. So it gives them more time to interact with the classroom as a whole. It also gives them more time to prep for schoolwork maybe the next day, or it gives them time to grade paperwork where they don't have to take so much home, or they don't have to stay after school for that long to grade paperwork. There has been so much money that has been spent into dealing with children that have ADHD. It's quite expensive getting the extra help that they need. Nobody really realizes how expensive that is with the tutors and the aides and everything that is needed for the classroom, because they have so many children in the class today that they have realized that need this extra attention. So video games in the classroom will help out tremendously and give it to where the teachers can focus on everybody and give everybody the equal amount of time. The second thing is there are also games and apps on your phone that teach kids how to read and write. There is apps on all consoles, apps on the phone, apps on the tablets. It is apps that teach kids how to read. They tell the children, hey, this word, like for example, cat. They will keep repeating the word cat, and they will have it to where the child can press the word and it will say the word back to them. So eventually the child will get the word cat. And then the next level, whenever the child is ready to advance, it will take out a letter. So it will say C blank T. So it will give them like 3 different letters, and they have to choose which letter goes into that blank. And then it will let them know if they have it right or wrong. So it is great. A lot of parents don't realize that they have things for that. A lot of parents and a lot of teachers don't realize that they have things like that. It helps them out, and kids, they retain so much. It's like they're a sponge. You say something around them and they absorb it. They learn without knowing that they're learning at all. To them, this is a game, and they have fun doing that game. They don't see it as this is something that I have to learn. I have to learn how to read. I have to learn how to write. They don't see it that way. They have apps on the phone that can teach your kid how to write. It gives them lines that they can trace, and it lets them know if they're close enough to it where they can advance to the next word, or if they need to retry it because they're too far off track. So it makes it where it's not boring. It makes it to where that it's so much fun for the kids. They also have a game that they invented in the classroom that teaches the children how to strategize. It gives them the chance to become their own mayor, and they have to deal with how the townspeople and the citizens have to deal with their complaints. They have to learn that, hey, this person has this problem. How do I fix this problem? Okay, I fixed this problem. How do the next problem, how was it fixed? So it gives them a chance to build their own town, how they want to build it. It gives them a chance to have their money and how it needs to be spent, how to solve problems. because in the real world, there are a lot of problems that need to be solved, and in school, you don't always learn that. So they came out with this game for the classroom to give students that chance to learn how to strategize whenever there's problems to arise, and they know how to deal with it. So they start that early. Um, Lastly, video games can be beneficial for the whole family. You learn how to dance, you learn how to exercise. There's games called Just Dance, and it teaches you how to do these dance moves that you probably would like to learn, but don't know how. So, if the child or the parent is playing these games and they mess up, then they don't get to advance. It lets them know that they messed up and they need to try it again. Um, it gets them up, moving, having fun, laughing, joking, to where the child doesn't realize that they're exercising. So it gives them that chance to do that, but have fun doing it. Um, it gives parents the chance to interact with their child and have that bonding time with their child, because a lot of times with work schedules and school schedules and the sports and everything, families don't have that time to bond, and video games like the Wii gives parents and kids that time that they can bond and play video games doing something that the child loves to do. Um, they have exercise where where you can do bowling, and you can do golf, and you can do boxing. They even have an option for you to do yoga, which is awesome. It's amazing because the kids, like I said, they have fun doing this. Um, it's it's just that so many kids love doing these things, but there are no opportunities within the community for different sports to be played, like boxing. So it gives that opportunity for them to try something new, for them to have fun doing something that they would like to do. Um, in conclusion, all this, video games are more amazing than what people give it credit for. It's not all about violence, and that has been a big thing, that video games are all about violence, and that's what children learn, to be violent, and that's not true at all. It's all about the person and how they grew up and what they grew up around statistically. So hopefully this opened the eyes of many people, having them look around at things a bit differently now. Paying close attention will make a person understand what they learned a lot more than what they thought. So looking at children today, watching video games and playing children games, there's a lot of improvement that were not taught by teachers or parents. It surprises everyone every day what children can learn, and even what adults learn just by playing a game or downloading an app. So just think about the next time a controller is picked up or a phone is picked up, at the knowledge that is received. Games are more than what meets the eye.